Hey everybody, it's PDubs. Thanks as always for hanging out upstairs with us and for checking out the channel. And on today's episode, I wanted to catch you guys up with some interesting information. We got some good news and bad news regarding the iiRcade. Now, I know myself, I said in a Facebook post or a Twitter post, I can't remember which, saying, hey man, probably not going to be any more iiRcade on this channel unless we're talking about the mods. And that's right, we're talking about the mods. But I wanted to raise some awareness because I think there's a lot of iiRcade owners that potentially watch my content and want to be aware of what's going on. So just a quick heads up, guys, the mobile application, the ability to download and install your games that you've already purchased onto the iiRcade has been shut down. That's right, guys. If you had any games on your mobile app that you didn't have a chance to push to the machines and get them installed on the machines, well, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that as of right now. The mobile app, the store, all that stuff has now been completely shut down. We were expecting this to happen since the bankruptcy, so hopefully you didn't forget. Hopefully you were able to get all the games that you already owned pushed onto your machine. But this also stinks because if you unfortunately decide to, delete a game from your machine or from the mobile app, well, guess what? You're not going to be able to get that game reinstalled, at least for now. So that's some bad news there. But again, we all expected this to happen. Now let's talk about some good news. So good news is Team Encoder, who've been working hard on cracking the code and giving us the ability to take the iiRcade to the next level, have the Team Encoder USB enabler device in production ready to go, and this thing is super cool. And I'll have links in the video description below from some other content creators who have Generation 1 original iiRcades who've already done install tutorials. Guys, it's such an easy installation, and it's only a $25 part. And with this $25 part, you'll be able to add the USB capability to your original iiRcade. That's right, if you own a Generation 1 iiRcade. This device is a very simple, small little board, as you can see right here, and all it does is it plugs into some pins that are already sticking out of the board. It's a simple plug-and-play device. Again, I'll have those installation tutorial videos from folks like Steps Gaming, Papa Brad, Kongs R Us in the video description below. They've already made content showing this off. And why is this cool? Well, in some of those tutorial videos that I'll have linked below, you may have noticed if you have an original iiRcade, those folks were able then to connect their Sinden light guns to their original iiRcade and actually use those light guns to play games like Operation Wolf, Operation Thunderbolt, things like that. So if you bought those games but were waiting for light gun compatibility, well, guess what? Now you have it on the iiRcade, as well as this might work with future accessories or peripherals. As well as it's going to give you probably the ability to crack and hack into the board when those mods are released by Team Encoder in the future. So hopefully you'll be able to add or play or run more games. We'll have to see what they come up with. I know that team is working hard on it. Now, when it comes to the GRS control panel, this is the other project. If you guys remember, there's two projects kind of going on simultaneously. You got Team Encoder doing their soft mods to the system, and then you got Glen's Retro Show, which is more of a hardware mod because he's giving you a control panel, a swappable control panel that will connect to the iiRcade. It definitely will connect to both the iiRcade as well as the Gold Edition cabinets. But right now, from what I'm hearing from testing, the only game really that you can use the trackball on from like the pre-installed games is like Space Harrier and things like that. But in the future as well, you'll probably in combination, because what's really cool is, Glen's Retro Show and Team Encoder, they're working side by side trying to make sure what they're both doing is compatible with each other. So it would be really cool if Team Encoder gave us the ability to add more games to the system, and Glen's Retro Show's control panel gave us the ability to play those games with a spinner or a trackball, which is included, right? So that's why I'm holding on to my pre-order for Glen's control panel for now, because I did pre-order the control panel for the Gold, because it's supposed to connect and be able to work with that. And not only is Glen releasing this control panel, which should be compatible with both the Gold as well as Generation 1 iiRcade units, he's also releasing a separate SBC. This SBC board is going to be called the GRS Viper board, and this particular add-on will be running Linux and Batacera at launch time. And Glen himself said he'd be happy to work with other developers on porting Emulation Station and other emulators to his particular SBC, but at launch time, they will be running Linux and Batacera. There's some information going on out there saying that his SBC board is not going to be compatible with anything, but it will be compatible. Again, it will be running Linux and Batacera at launch. And yes, this Viper board should be compatible with both the Legacy and Gold cabinets as well. So that's pretty exciting and news to share. And a big shout out to Glen. I reached out to him, asked him these questions earlier today, but that's the latest in the world of iiRcade mod updates. Everything is fluid, everything is in motion. One thing to note though, again, this board, USB enabler device, is not compatible with the Gold cabinets. That's correct, not compatible with the Gold cabinets. But I think there's only a couple hundred people out there, like myself included, who own these Gold cabinets. So unfortunately, we're kind of missing out on this. Again, if you have a Gold cabinet, this board is not compatible with the Gold cabinet yet. There'll have to be a separate mod or board for the iiRcade Generation 2 Gold cabinets. But I would have to say 95% or more of iiRcade owners are original Generation 1 owners. So for you folks, you're good to go to get this USB enabler. Make sure you sign up. Link is in the video description below. I think they're going to go quick. So like if they have like batches come in 25, 50 at a time, 100 boards at a time, I think they're going to go quick. So make sure you sign up for the email list so you don't miss out and you get those boards if you want to participate in potentially adding more games as well as playing more accessories, light guns, things on the system. Just wanted to raise some awareness as to what's going on with all this stuff. Hopefully this information is valuable to you out there, the viewer. If you have any comments, feedback, reactions, let me know in the comments section after the video's over. If you enjoyed this quick news update, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.